students, now in this video let us see cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequencies. In many situations it is required to find the number of observations below or above the certain value. For example, in case of frequency distribution of income, the number of persons below poverty line, or in case of frequency distribution of examination marks, so the number of students below the passing percentage, above the passing percentage, number of candidates above 60%, etc. is required to found. In this case, cumulative frequencies are useful. Okay, so there are two types of cumulative frequencies. So first type is less than cumulative frequency. Less than cumulative frequencies. Less than type cumulative frequency of a class is the number of observations less than or equal to the upper limit of the corresponding class. Less than type cumulative frequencies can be obtained by computing cumulative sum of frequencies from lowest class to highest class. From lowest to highest class. For example, suppose I have marks frequency. So marks between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 suppose. And the frequency means number of students between 0 to 10. Suppose they are 5, 10 to 20 suppose 12, 20 to 30 suppose 15, 30 to 40 suppose 4, and here also suppose 4. Now suppose we have to determine less than cumulative frequency. Suppose we have to calculate it, or simply we will write it as LCF, less than cumulative frequency. Now here it is said to less than type cumulative frequency can be obtained by computing cumulative sum. Cumulative means continuous sum of frequencies from lowest to highest class. So lowest class is this one. So here the cumulative frequency of this class is 5 itself. Now the cumulative frequency of the next class is 5 plus, here it is 5 plus 12, so it is 17. Then for next class it is sum of these three. So 5 plus 12 plus 15, so it is 32. Then for next class it is of sum of these 4. So it is 5 plus 12 plus 15 plus 4. So it is 36. And for last one it is sum of all those. So it is 5 plus 12 plus 15 plus 4 plus 4. So it is 40. So these are the cumulative frequency. What? 5, 17, 32, 36 and 40 of these classes. Which type? Less than cumulative frequencies are these. These are from lowest to highest class we are adding. Okay. Now the second type. More than cumulative frequencies. So it is the number of observations more than or equal to the lower limits. More than or equal to the lower limit of corresponding class. More than type cumulative frequency cumulative frequencies can be obtained computing by computing cumulative sum of frequencies from the highest class to lowest class. Let me take the same example, marks frequency, but now I am computing more than cumulative frequency. More than cumulative frequencies. Now let us denote it by MCF, more than cumulative frequency, and less than cumulative frequency by LCF. Okay, so marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. As such we have taken. Now frequencies 5, 12, 15, 4 and 4. Now here for less than we have been started from lower to higher. Now here we have to start from highest to lowest. We have to go upward. For less than we will go downward. here we have to go upward. So the cumulative frequency for the highest class is what? 4. Then for its above it will be 8. Then again sum of these 3. So 4 plus 4 plus 15. So it will be 23. Again these one. So it is 4 plus 4 plus 15 plus 12. So it is 35. Now these one. So it is 4 plus 4 plus 15 plus 12 plus 5. So it will be 40. Okay. So as such, the more than type cumulative frequencies from highest to lowest class. First 4, then 4 plus 4 8, then 4 plus 4 plus 15 is 23, then 4 plus 4 plus 15 plus 12 is 35, then 4 plus 4 plus 15 plus 12 plus 5 is what? 40. As such, the more than cumulative frequencies can be determined. And already I have been explained of less than type cumulative frequency. Now the next definition is of relative frequency. What is mean by relative frequency? Let us take relative frequency. Now sometime the proportion of number of observation in a class is required, and that proportion is itself known as the relative frequency. Proportion of number of observations, proportion of number of observations in a class is the relative frequency. Okay. So the formula for relative frequency is relative frequency equal to class frequency upon total frequency. Class frequency upon total frequency. The total of relative frequency, the total of relative frequencies is 1. Now let me take an example. Marks, suppose 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and suppose here I will write total. Okay. Now frequency. Suppose, so for 0 to 10 the frequency is suppose 5, here it is 25, 27, 32, 6 and 5. Now we can add them, we get it is 30 plus 27, so it is 57, 57 plus 32, 57, 59 and 30 will be 89, 89 plus 6 will be 95, 95 plus 5 will be 100. So the total is 100, total frequency is 100. Now let us determine a relative frequency for each. Relative frequency for each class. So the relative frequency of first class 0 to 10 is what? Class frequency upon total frequency. So class frequency is 5 upon total frequency is 100. So this is 0.05. Here it is 25 upon 100. So it is 0.25. So here it is 27 upon 100. So it is 0.27. Here it is 32 upon 100. So 0.32. 6 upon 100. So it is 0.06. Here it is 5 upon 100. So 0.05. And you can check the sum of these all. Sum of these all 0.05 plus 0.25 plus 0.27 plus 0.32 plus 0.06 plus 0.05 will be what? 1. This thing. The sum of or the total relative frequency is what? 1. This will be 1. Or from here we can say that the percentage of students, those who got marks between 20 to 30 is what? 27%. Percentage of students, those who got marks between 30 to 40 is 32%. Percentage of students, those who got marks between 50 to 60 is 5%. As such, we can determine the result from the relative frequency. Now, next let us see the graphical representation of the data or the frequency distribution. In that one, we have to look or we have to see the histograph, Ogive curve and stem and leaf chart. Ogive curve, or it is also known as cumulative frequency curve. Let us see histograph. Histogram. Now, it is one of the popularly used graphs for representing frequency distribution. It is, now just a minute, it is used for representing frequency distribution. Frequency distribution. It is series of adjacent rectangles. It is a series of adjacent rectangles erected on x-axis with class intervals as base. Hence, width of rectangle is equal to class width. Area of rectangle is taken as proportional to class frequency. class frequency. In case of inclusive method, of classification, extended class interval is used as base, where extended class intervals is an interval designated by class boundaries. To draw histogram, if required, take mid values on x-axis and frequency on y-axis. If required, I say, otherwise it is not necessary. Now let me take an example. Age group in years and suppose population. Suppose we have to draw a histogram for this. So the age group between 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Now population is suppose between 0 to 10 is 500. It is 2100 suppose, 2200, suppose it is 2000, this is 1600 suppose, and suppose this is 400. Now let us draw a histogram for this data. So here for that we have to consider that what is on x-axis, this age group in years is what on x-axis, age group. Now clearly these classes are continuous, so no need to extend them or no need to use class boundaries. Here already these are continuous. Suppose here it is origin 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Suppose as such we take a scale. So 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and so on we can do. Now here let me take a scale, suppose 500. Now suppose here 500 as a 1 unit, so it will be 1000. So it is 1500. Now suppose 2000 and 2500. Let us take it as such. So this is what? This is a population. This is what? A population we have been taken. Okay. Here the age group. Now between 0 to 10 the population is how much? 500. So between 0 to 10 it is 500. As such the rectangle is formed. Now between 10 to 20 the population is 2100. So it is somewhere here. Okay. Later on we have to join these. So this is joined to this one and it will join to this one. Now again Between 20 to 30 it is 2200. So it is just upward to this. So it is join. Again these one we have to join. Okay. Now 30 to 40 it is 2000. So just straight here 2000. So join them again. Okay. Then 40 to 50 it is 1600. So it is just above the 1500. So it will be as such. Then next it is 400, just below it. So as such the histogram is obtained. Now in next video we will see the cumulative Ogilvy curve or the cumulative frequency curve, and also the stem and leaf chart, how to obtain them. So this is the histograph. I had already taught a series of adjacent rectangles. It is a series of adjacent rectangles. So it is very simple if the continuous frequency distribution for the classes is given, and if the classes are not continuous, use class boundaries to make them continuous and then draw a histogram. Now, thank you.